Morning. I ended up moving last night around midnight. I couldn't get out of my head about flooding since I was parked right next to the river, and it was low tide, but then I checked high tide times, and high tide was in the middle of the night at like 1:30 a.m. And I know that this whole area is liable to flooding. There are signs all over the place, so yeah, I just couldn't get out of my head. I couldn't get peace of mind, so I just moved moved to the car park. Had a semi-decent night of sleep. I think it's stuck in my mind because I had a pretty bad experience previously wild camping in Scotland with rivers and flooding. Yeah, so a few years ago I was wild camping out in the Cairngorm Mountains, and I decided to camp on a cool little island on the River Dee, and it was great. But that night there was like a really powerful lightning storm with lots of rain, which was an awesome experience to behold. But I woke up to a lady calling out across the riverbank, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And to the river having risen quite significantly. Yeah, there was no way I could get back across the riverbank. So someone actually called mountain rescue, and I had to be rescued. Luckily, I was on the very top of the island. The rest of it had been submerged, but I was asleep in my tent. So, pretty lucky. Nothing bad happened, and I wasn't killed. But I learned an important lesson that day. So here I am, I moved. Apparently there's a really cool castle just a few miles down the road, so I'm gonna go check it out. Back in the spot I left last night. It's all fine. Not all flooded out, but you know, better safe than sorry, I say. For sure. Just had a nice sit down for a couple of hours in a cafe in Dumfries. Very dark, cold and grey place, but still, I like it. The cafe was extremely cozy. I've always thought the darker and more miserable the weather, the more opportunity there is to make inside cozy and warm and welcoming. And I feel like Scotland does that really well, as do all the Scandinavian countries. Was in there for an extra hour because I was uploading today's video and at 92% it just stopped and said error. And I was like, what the hell? So I had to upload it again. Anyways, back in the car now. I think I'm going to try and drive up to Loch Tay. There is the oldest tree in Scotland right there, which I missed last time. So I'm going to try and go and see that. I'd love to spend a bit more time around here, but yeah, I've only got 4 more nights, I think. So yeah, I'm just going to try and get more north. Alright guys, off on a little adventure, hiking up this dirt track. It's worth it. Looks like quite an ominous path to Stirling. That is not why we are here though. Bit of a pointless gate. Quick dip. Shall I jump in? 1,000 likes and I'll come back and jump in. I swear. I wonder how deep it goes. Such an amazing colour though. That was cool. Right, I'm heading back to the car and I'm going to try and make it to Loch Tay tonight to find somewhere to camp. Okay, that was cool. Wow, that is some really cool moss. Made it back home. Home sweet home.